Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Caboom is back for the rerun, you guys, in today's live summit event in the Crew 2. It's going to be another round for having a crazy team summon for only 5 street race discipline, 1 touring car, and 3 skills are about to get yourself for having an encore with some changes to have some few other vehicles to go update by selection, and plus the Marcos Cap Surface vehicle of the Proto Hub 1 is now being available as a fourth vehicle of this week. Ever since from December 1st through the 8th of 2021 by the original until the first rerun came in by June 5th through the 12th of 2024. Kinda say because the best time of the Theme Summon will have to be ready up, get to work, and do some best challenges to go for the best moment, and just have to go for only different cars of vehicle selection with some theme of variety to go for the taxi service cars with or without different version, because treatment of vanities will be helping out, and it's gonna be a lot of more crazy Theme Summon to go for differences like cartoon. Better get ready folks, as we're about to be ready up and get set to do some skills, racing, and stunts. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's live summit event. Let's begin. So much racing carnage out there from last week folks. Very good, and just had to do for only a follow-up catch-up with some few other WIP sessions to go for a complete edition of my own. Here is the final outcome result for the previous recap is now being placed on the platinum in 1,563rd place in 1,271,165 points. Yellow Lightning Smoke, Carnage Rooftop, Nitro Chemist Boosted for the Demolition Derby is now being collected and acquired. But it was a lot of total carnage out there to go for the moderate level to have a rerun. And plus, the Crew 2 7th anniversary will be on the celebration standby until June 26th through July 3rd. But hey, we got Stars and Stripes will be scheduled by coming soon, and that will be a perfect time to go for our American holiday to celebrate Independence Day, also known as 4th of July. So let's begin you guys. You know the 3 skills and 6 events will be separated to have 1 touring car and 5 street race discipline including a combo event. So it's up to New York City and do the escape on Financial District. As I'm about to be choosing with the Koenigsegg Gemera Outclass Edition is now being good and putting up on drive mode. Just have to do 1 attempt and just have to drive away on different position to go anywhere. Talk about for only 1 hypercar will be doing the best full advantage to go on the main Avenue Road. There you go, just keep away from the red zone, and that will have to take some few other traffic cars coming in. Pretty piece of cake, and just have to go proper braking if possible. Just like last time when I was using the Bugatti Depot UDRS White Star, and the Koenigsegg Gemera in the Outclass variation is perfectly to go for only a single drive mode whenever you're gonna have to take a good single pace and total of yard distance around on the Big Apple. Just halfway there, just have to slow down, keep it straight. Now moving up onto the part of the highway session. Almost there. Just have to take a half circle around in Manhattan. That's good. 7,182 yards in 1 attempt. Better have to be patient and go for the tally of results. There we go. 119,160 points for only 1 single hypercar to go outclassed by the style of racing around the Big Apple. So next up, you know the place on off-roading in Sequoia Forest. Kinda say because the West Coast is putting up to have a hot temperature around by over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. but it's still not yet to be summer, but however, still around in spring, but this is going to be a very much more possible way to have some off-roading vehicle if I have to go for the Hummer HS concept. Just have to be selected on the vehicles, go from hypercars to rally raid to be ready up and go to the follow trail like last time when I was using the same Bugatti Depot. Talk about having some single attempt in order to do this configuration to go for only a pattern of off-roading in style with using a single hypercar. But this time, the HS concept will have to take a good rolling in and have that forward direction to get there for only one single attempt or another. But this may not be easy, just have to go drive away and get there to kick it up into high gear. Just have that turn right over onto the main corner and keep it up. I know this is going to be a curious strategy of off-roading to keep it up and get shape up. Just have to do the main objective complete. Almost there. Few other animals are roaming around onto the rocky edge areas to be on the path. Okay, try not to do any avoid contact on the rocks. That's what I'm going to. Okay, not again. So that brings out to have a first attempt on 2382 yards. Let's see the results, and I just really messed up to go a bit more senior to go on the halfway mark. 51,004 points. Okay, so back to the drawing board and just had to grab my Bugatti Depot or any hypercars to be well chosen up to be well placed from the previous update. But I just got a better idea. Remember like last time when I was using the Bugatti Depot at Sequoia Forest to go for a different attempt and figured out to climb up by over 100,000 points. But this time, I'll have to go for a different Bugatti hypercar on the Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus Standard or Divine Edition. But talk about, I'll have to go with Divine Edition is very unique to have a nice modification is now being set and good to go by 1900 brake horsepower and top speed 305 miles per hour will get there. Until then, for only one major step on the second attempt to go drive away and make it much more similar than the Depot. Here goes nothing. Just had to go for the same trail without taking a shortcut on the road by crossing the bridge back on track. Looks so very good and better handling of performance to keep a good hold on the traction. There we go. Objective complete. Got to keep going and just had to get there before arriving in a small town. Kinda say it's a bit much more similar by having a deja vu hypercar escape moment to be on the off-roading area. But it'll have to take one good approaches to go around by having a major step to go around by other further environment. Come on, just have to keep going. Going through and stop by 3,063 yards. Let's see the results and just have to go tally up by experimental of run. 84,278 points. Third attempt will get tricky to have some few other obstacles before exiting on the trail for the Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus Divine Edition. Unfortunately, a little bit more harder to go handling full traction to keep it up and go off-roading in style for temporarily. But I'm very sure of it. Only one single hypercar will face it up and do many obstacles to go dashing in and keep up the good mobility balance. Okay, good inside corner technique. Try not to avoid contact on the rocks. Now, just have to go to the same spot right back in. Okay, a little bit speed bump on the rocks. Come on, give it a full launch. And there's the arrival of the town. Okay, so that's 3440 yards. That should do the tally up result on skill number 2, and that is a bit much more crazier to be expected as usual. 106,318 points. Outstanding, and same as ever by starting out on the wilderness and finish line in the town. Let's go skill number 3, folks. Heading up to San Francisco on the waters. Grab any kinds of powerboat, including the Voucher 1414 Demon, as I'm about to be using for this part of the segment. This will have to go on hook cam to be well stationed by reverse until I'll have to go kick it up into high gear. Here it goes, and just enter the gate. Alright, keep the good line in straight. Got to go slide it around between left and right. Okay, park boat nearby. Just have to go hit by the buoys. Moving on. Ooh, a little bit more contact. Just slow down. Keep moving. Okay, one boat just being sightseeing. Now go full nitro to get there. Alright, now going over onto the bay area. Finish line and clear. Always have a piece of cake moment and go by 31,499 points. Almost adding up by 31,500 points to go by 155,113 points. 3 skills is now being checked and done once again. Let's do boiling 1 touring car to get set to be ready up on highlight for the start. Hope I'm about to be ready to go on serial jumpers, but the Porsche 935 2.0 Coupe Baby is now doing some tricks, stunts, and doing some several jumps on touring car event. Can't say because when it comes to have a single touring car event, it will always have to go senior to the max, like having a best roll of the reference from Steven Spielberg and Animaniacs. Just only to have the original and reboot always have some best moments in nostalgic ways. But very good to have some best cartoon themed vanity to go back and will equip Bowling 1 race car Porsche 935 2.0 Coupe Baby. Gray will always have a different kind and official color, just like the white one in the same type. So let's begin and go for having a racing competition and embrace for having a 1 senior jump stuntastic action. 3 seconds to get ready up, and I'm about to go Road Runner, and 7 opponents are about to do Wile E. Coyote. Heads up, 1 Porsche coming up. First checkpoints all in. You know how it works. The race event, conditions of the cartoon style, and very much more senior to go jumping up to the max. You just have to go by 1, 2, and contact by the street light. Smoke up the cartoon smoke. Now you're gonna have to go moving in at the Bayou. Yeah. Swift and fast. Can't say that touring cars are not being as stunt drivers, but only this event is very more extremely awesome. Hell competitive on the roll. Let's go shortcut and crossing through. Okay, looks like 11 seconds behind from 7 opponents. Got to keep going and go meet me. Yeah, maybe some sound effects if I really need one. Okay, that should do one good trick at a time. Got to go for the middle and crossing through on the highway. Okay, checkpoint rolling in. Got to keep moving up from New Orleans. We'll go there on Texas. 20 seconds behind the gap. I'm just always get started out always go faster and make it clean. Much like different cartoons, but racing and Caboom will always have to give yourself for having a best buy. Will be coming back in from 2 years ago. Progression at 80%. Got to keep moving up and go boost it. Okay, gonna have to keep that handling up, slow down, and update gap in 27.713 seconds. Almost there by 30 seconds. The surpassing faster run record will be reaching up towards the finish line. And there it goes. Gotta take it, one last jump, and perfect. 2 minutes, 43.320 seconds cleared by receiving a legendary bundle. Good job for the 2.0 Coupe Baby in the Porsche vehicle. Always have to go well extreme and have some cartoon themed vanities will go well equipped. That's one event check for the touring car discipline. Now we're having a 5 street race event marathon to be ready up and go for only kinds of 3 vehicle restriction, including the Marcos Cab edition of the Proto Hub 1. So let's go to the sleeper and not just really go by prepared to have a force vehicle for a limited time as an exclusive vehicle. Kinda say, if I have to use the same kind of the vehicle since last time, it'll be quite going much more crazier and putting up with some tight turns to have a little bit much more insane by cartoon sound effects. Well, in the Crew 2, it'll always have to go putting up to have different challenges and same by the Encore since the original. Same as per level in 190, 457 horsepower and top speed, 176 miles per hour to give Cabby will be doing a full stock of the version without vanities. Alright, time to go for the Encore folks, and this time, today's episode, the sleeper featuring the cab vehicle. Here I come folks, this time, different vehicles without taxi services will be doing the best part of street racing. Cabby is coming in. First place in the lead. Just like the original by featuring with 4 taxi services for only 1 cab vehicle of the Proto Hub 1 is very more crazier to have a tight turns with some different set of suspension to go a little bit more crazier by the handling. For this main objective, you have to keep it up to stay faster if you can. Stopping around by the LA River to go rolling in and do the main part of the checkpoint to go by different position between the left or right. Got to go stopping in and have the right turn to go around. Checkpoint clear and heads up Cabby, several pedestrians are about to be on the way. Okay, good Cabby. Good handling and respond on the full traction. Just give it full boost a little bit and then going short straight. Okay, the direction is now going on the left. Oh, okay, that could be a little bit messy, but sometimes cab cars in cartoons always have to go for having a self-driving ways. And there's the jump. Alright, good straightaway clear and presses on to the second lap. Oof, okay, well, kinda say that let the driving skill can handle this in racing games, but animated cars can actually have to drive its own, and it's like, hey buddy, I'll have to drive my own so I can get you there. Almost there to have 60% progression by taking the jump. Going back to the LA River by 4 seconds behind the gap. Much more enjoyable since the season of Motorflix the Contractor from season 4 episode 1. But if so, I just really have to do some more free time on taxi services to drive anywhere to go with some small payday. Just have to go by duration of short, medium, long, and very long. But good thing that we still have one exclusive vehicle from the live summon is now being set, ready, and depart to the Crew Motorfest. We'll be going explore to have some best exploration around in Oahu. But we're on the straight, you guys. This is gonna have to take a brand new island expansion to go explore around in Maui. But I can hardly feel it because another island with a new set of environment is gonna be a lot of good excitement to enjoy. Okay, here's the final stretch. Gonna take it and make it for the grand finale with a single of HAP 180. And that's a wrap, folks. Just only have one attempt warm-up to go by attempt number 2. Well, can't say in cartoons, we'll have to go by plan A and do by plan B. Can't say if I have to go by Wile E. Coyote to do some different Acme plans. But if so, I can't wait to have the upcoming movie of Coyote versus Acme. Okay, now let's try this again. The arrows are pointing, that's where I'm about to go to, and just have to go modest, crazy, and competitive strategy. The 8-bar 500 is in the lead. Got to catch up to go a little slipstream, then early break onto the next turn as usual. Okay, the talking cab might have to say, I just had my paint job waxed, buddy. Very good. 1.5 second on the gap when pointing the arrows to go moving up to the left. Alright. Just have to go wind up the arrows of direction to go forward, then right. Got to keep a good stable control condition without having traction, maybe going a little bit more crazy improvise. Okay, very close call. Just going short straight. Make it a short nitro. And proceed to the left turn by crossing the checkpoint. Okay, that should be good for only a 50% gauge of nitro. Fourth gear coming up. Just have to go by gear number 5. One jump coming up. Alright, that should do one good senior trick. First lap down. Do the second lap. And just have to go by one hitting contact if I ever see a cartoon character get run over by a car. Well, I kinda say that the most hilarious part to have some different parody of characters like Ren and Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead. Well, I don't know. These different kinds of parody characters from Tiny Toon Adventures Spring Break. Well, kinda say 4 of these different kinds of cartoon characters may be a bit much more similar. Well, can't say that both of them may get hit by the bus. That could be quite a cartoonish moment. So progression is at 76%. Come on, just have to keep going and tighten up the turns. That's a good cabbie. Keep up the good line, and keep up the good senior racing. Okay, so the progression is now currently on time, almost to be at 3 minutes. Sorry about the objects. 10% to go, 11.3 seconds on the gap. Oof. Quite obvious and clear finish line. So there you go. 3 minutes, 8.547 seconds is check and clear. Well, can't say that attempt 1 and attempt 2 by having a good score of the update in 113,347 points. That's part 1 of Street Racing Discipline by 4 more to go, and this time a combo event by having a no restriction only. So let's see what it is. It's American petrol race at the Salt Lake Ski Resorts. It's about time to go for a series of a multi-class event by one street race discipline versus 7 rallycross vehicle. But it's about time to go with some best preferred for only one street racing vehicle to choosing up and go all-wheel drive. But this part of the segment for any kinds of different theme of taxi style variation. But it'll have to go by brand and just have to choose any manufacturer brands whenever I like to pick. So starting out on capital M in Mini and go with the 2010 Mini Cooper S is very perfectly to have a nice yellow taxi style variation. Performance point to be on maximum in 280 and 502 brake horsepower and top speed 225 miles per hour. Kinda say because when it comes to have some sporty vehicles, dressing up as taxi style vehicles is now being serving up and have transportation is now being ready in use. But I hope so. This could go for a series of tough battle to go for a multi-class showdown. So up I go. Overtake Wade and tuck on the double pass. First place rolling in. Alright, taxi is in service, just have to go anywhere and have 2 laps. Oh boy, I'm just really gonna have to go amp up the speed to go climbing up and have the main part of the road as a single time attack vehicle. Just like driving on Pikes Peak International Hill Climb, but ski resort on Salt Lake is very awesome to extreme. Here it comes. Just have to go airborne jump, pull out the nitro, and give it a scream. Oh yeah, now this is what I call an airborne awesomeness hatchback to go spirit of the taxi. Much more similar than other kinds of livery variation on different street race discipline without having a title of service vehicle. But very good to have a chosen pick on the Mini Cooper S 2010 is good in style for having a yellow base paint job will do the best of moment. But if so, just had to go by driving around as a courier for only one transportation. So 75% progression is now going clear to be moving up. Almost there, and just had to go for the grand finale. Just have exactly by over 2 minutes. One more jump, and yeah, baby, bring that taxi cab Cooper S on the podium. Cool. That's 2 minutes. 5.58 seconds. So close and very awesome to be indeed. First round is clear. Now just have to go real deal on attempt 2 to go by a different taxi style vehicle. But how about I'll have to choose between one Porsche vehicle with a UDRS livery to have a good difference of division when it comes to have some transportation in service. Kinda say because the 911 Carrera 4S Type 992 2020 is a very good best of the livery variation to be represented as part of the UDRS Paysport Cabs transportation service. But I hope you guys like it because this is going to be my own kind of a livery style when it comes to have a paint job in yellow and black to have some different decals for a number of service. So let's do it on attempt 2 with a different taxi style vehicle to be amp and go climbing up to go faster with a drivetrain of RR layout. 3 seconds to begin and here I go. Just have to go boost it up and clear the path to have a mastiff lined up of overtake. Time to hit the tarmac and perform the turn to go on the outside and do it inside. Very much more faster and yet similar to the Mini Cooper S 2010 as a different taxi style livery. This one is my very own kind of a UDRS livery to be part of Paysport Cabs as a transportation service vehicle. But if so, it turns out to be a very much more similar than Crazy Taxi on different games. Okay, the next turn is going well prepared to have an extreme moment. Just airborne jump first, and the best one comes in second. Oh yes! Talk about an extreme jump by pulling out the nitro. Full yellow, and it's gonna be the new kind of a Crazy Taxi in a sports car. Second lap, up I go, and just have to keep climbing up, and then the best jump comes around. But very good to have a taxi rooftop style is now being turned on. Just have to drive anywhere and embrace it. But I hope you guys just really have to put up with some different ideas to make your own kind of a taxi style livery with some different vehicles. Just like mine, it's all about to have a different division for the United Defense Reformation Service. We'll always have to do sports car that comes in to have a best service of taxi vehicles. But after all, the perfect vehicle, and very yet to be exactly by having a good clear time in 1 minute 49.856 seconds when driving in the Porsche 911 4S Type 992. Now that's a good faster pace to go by 118,444 points before moving on in race number 3 by a selected vehicle restriction only. Off to Las Vegas and heading up to the Strip South, we'll be doing one of the best vehicle restriction only in this part of the video segment. After American Petrol race for the 911 Carrera 4S Type 992. It's about to go for having a different role of a Crazy Taxi, but sports car comes with a different style of variation and vanities. Buckle up viewers, the countdown begins in 3 seconds until the green light. We'll go faster to drive anywhere and embrace it for the shortcut. We'll do the main advantage. Okay, go by the first turn by performing the bus stop chicane. Nitros in and recharge time. First part of the trade will go clean racing, and second part of the half will go dirty racing. But it's gonna have to go by wide open extreme because one sports car with a taxi icon rooftop is now being placed to go anywhere. Here's the jump, gotta take it, stay on the street, and perform the shortcut to go around. There's one part of the shortcut, then take the jump. Okay, looks like it's like doing the best role of Crazy Taxi. First lap down, final lap on number 2. So, just had to make sure to perform very well to have some few of the shortcuts, just like the same pattern of the USB Tour West on the special. But normal race comes in to have a pattern of major advantage to go by under 2 minutes. Just like this, and have a dash view onto the hangar before reaching up onto the second jump. Okay, another checkpoint clear, got to do the same pattern, and just have to keep a good watchful eye on the clock. 10 seconds left, sprint to the finish, and there you go. Quicker, faster, and Crazy Taxi method. 1 minute, 52 with a decimal of 0.839 seconds. That's 107,787 points. Check and complete for only one single Porsche vehicle to be part of the Caboom. Just almost there because 2 events will be on a stunt double by having 1 vehicle restriction and a no restriction only. Dallas Rush and New York City to go by District Rush to be on the main part of Motorflix the agency. So let's go and take the penultimate on Traffic Jam. But this time originally to be using with the 4 Crown Victoria taxi vehicle on the Marcos Cab version, and this time in the rerun, no restriction, only to choose any kinds of available vehicle to be choose at one at a time. It would be amazing to see one kind vehicle will be selected to be well preferred to have a taxi vehicle by the original, but I'm always love to go by selection of pick. Just have to go by the 4 Crown Victoria Marcos Cab service vehicle to be set and have another kind of a UDRS pasteboard cab on the service vehicle by number 3824. Places people, traffic jam on the 4 Crown Victoria is now ready up, rolling in, and have a taxi car service will be on the first position to go on the grid. Take 1 begins right about now. Time's running out, gonna have to rack up with some more points. 1 jump coming in, perfect landing, and smashing up with some points crate. There we go, perfect on the touchdown, and go by area checkpoint 1 proceed. Precision and aim towards the ramp by the billboard. There we go. Just have to go by oncoming and incoming speed. Just have to go by a quick U-turn and go back and smash around with some few other crates by 5. Kinda say that no time for stalling during the part of the stunt event is what you need to go rack up with some major points. Okay, cut. Take 2. Checkpoint still plays around. Okay, in the top speed of 226 miles per hour. Places people, traffic jam is rolling in for take 1 for the 4 Crown Victoria Marcos Cab service vehicle with the UDRS pasteboard cabs variation. Countdown in 3, 2, 1, and action. Time's running out. Got to go rack up with some more points. First jump coming in, billboard check, and riding on the rails. Other side to be well placed by the touchdown. Time to do near misses. That's 1. Make it 2. Oncoming speed by doing 1 jump, then smashing another billboard. Okay, let's make that quick turn to come around and smashing up with some 5 crates. Just need to have a little bit more time to go slow down and keep earning up with some more points. Okay, perform a burnout and just have to keep up the good haste. Just add 1000 points of high speed and nitro. There yet, and just had to go for another row of the crate. But there's no time to go a little bit more stalling, just have to keep drive anywhere to go perform with some stunts and skills. Just have to go by traffic park vehicles, roaming around, and just have to go by near misses without contact. But objects will be well made to do it. Bummer, I just really missed that best part to go steer right. Now on to the FDR drive. Got to perform and do the best part of the action scene. Okay, clear the path. Airborne jump coming in. Ooh. Talk about having a little bit called in by having a bloopers and outtakes. But yet, I just really performed that one. That should need to be taken out of context. Okay, it's only down to 1 minute and 50 seconds left. Just keep rolling and have that event progress to stay on the line. Okay, another billboard coming in. Just clear the path and same as ever. Okay, make that drift. Hasten up. Precision to go by the crate. Okay, very good. Line them up and perform on the inside. Talk about having a little bit more time with dancing when driving. Okay, go crossing through to that crane. Perfect landing. Down to a minute left. Got to hurry up and just have to be reaching up onto the destination. Okay, shortcut coming in. This will do the best scene of the entrance. Okay, on second thought, that could be quite stopped by the building. Just have to go hustle. Hustle and bustle. 30 seconds left. Time's running low. It's only down to 10% remaining on the progression. Folks, I know I'm gonna make it. Just have to take one good part of the scene set and then it's gonna be finished. 10 seconds, almost there, and made it on arrival. Oh yeah! A little bit more time of stalling and driving on action to rack up with some points for only a single stunt event and traffic jam. Yeah! Haha! Now that's one attempt of the print scene. 51,538 points. What comes up? One cap event to go Caboom, and very well succeedable for only one 4-crown Victoria. So, can't say for the next one, just had to grab by different vehicle of selection to be on the filters. Got to deselect Ford, go by type, style, just name it, and just had to go by service. So maybe if I had to go and choose the Cadillac Coupe Dupe, but maybe I'll have to go and grab the Proto Hub 1 Marco's cab to be on the next scene. Take 2 on Traffic Jam for Street Race Discipline by having one vintage taxi road car to be ready and go for the scene on set. Hope I'm about to be prepared to go faster, toughen up, and go hard effort to go racking up by over 60,000 points and over. But it'll have to go faster and make it well turn to go embrace it. Okay, here comes the turn by drifting. That's 800 points performed. You misses by 3 times or make it 2. Got to go clear the path. Just had to brake and ground spin 180. Just almost a little bit. Just had to hit nitro to get back onto the great point. Now there's gonna have to take a perform on the ground spin 180. Got to go a little bit more time faster and make a haste. Alright, that's good points on the crate to be double up and go by another one. Alright, coming around onto the main path of the Bronx. Just had to do perform on new misses. Take the left side, perform by oncoming. And there's the jump, perform right over here. That's a steer right. Out to the FDR drive once again and proceed onto the area checkpoint. Next one coming in. Just have to do some multiple times on near misses before you'll have to reach up onto the left side of the road. Clear the path on the billboard, then make that ground spin up. Time to go round 2. Oncoming by the skill of performance. Just have to keep up and stay without contact. Now gonna have to go 50 times drift, boost it up more, and coming back again by another new misses. Alright, very good. Smooth sailing is rolling on in. Perfect drift and go by precision. 250 points. Good and on the edge. Alright, off to the Central Park. Just have to go slower and steady to have a good piled up lineup for each part of the crate. Very much more precision and going well procedure. Here comes the jump. Oh. Okay, close call and barely made it onto the blue screen. Okay, it's only down to a minute left. Got to be hurried up and no time to dawdle. That's why I'm always have to go ready up and be faster on the grip get-go. Now go for another boost, coming out from the parking lot, and next turn on the left. "30 seconds left. There's no need to have a hustle and bustle, folks. Just have to go running around and you're gonna have to go proceed onto the area route. I'm always have to get it done and get it quick. Ooh. Okay, that was a close call by having a good special of performance. Come on, almost there. And, oh, so very close because I just almost reached the time limit end. Now that's what I call a nick of time of arrival. I don't know how long it takes because I just did it so far by 64,478 points. Alright, and good stunt talent performance by almost 100,000 points in 98,900 points. Just have to go by a follow-up catch-up to do this main part of the set, and then the last one will make it by having one more event to go by vehicle exclusive. Here comes Dallas Rush as a final event for Caboom. Cadillac Coupe de Billy is now ready up and go for a classic and style without the Marcos cab variation. Such as putting up to have some cartoon themed amenities on the 1949 Cadillac Coupe de Billy is perfectly to go with unique, retro, and per level to go check by 280 per level in 630 brake horsepower and top speed 226 miles per hour will go old fashioned to have a single stunt of the scene. So let's do this, folks. One more event on Caboom as the first rerun will commence. Take one to go countdown by 3 seconds and then going green for action. This is going to be a lot of fun to have one classic road car since the original and going again as an encore. What comes up and the classic will have to take the best part of the scene will go for a scene of stunt performance. Got to take that main path, go by the jump of set, coming around and entrance to downtown Dallas. Just have to go by having a good wide open drift, 2,600 points, and coming around to have 900 drift points. But if so, just have to stay one area when drifting, so you might need to keep a good watchful eye on the clock. No time for slacking because main path of the checkpoint will always have to keep moving forward. Okay, let's do the drift. Slower and good on avoidable contact. Got to take the platform up. Aim the billboard. Clear the path. Okay, just have to go a little bit more time of sideways and near misses. Point objective complete. Let's go to the finish line as the time runs out by over 2 minutes and 34 seconds to go. Here comes the airborne. Yeah, baby. Take that touchdown and go. Alright. So far so good to have a stunt of performance to go by forward and reverse direction to have the main path. Just have to keep moving on and have that point objective to go racking up by 51,392 points on dropout_say. It's It's only down to a minute and 47 seconds left. Got to make that U-turn up and ground spin 180. A little bit more, but almost perfect. Alright, good precision and excellent. Okay, next pap on the way. Got to go cross in through the building on top, and clear comes down. Okay, there we go. I'm in the lead and going to continue on by having a progress of the points. 1600 drip points is clear and moving on to have the path to go smashing up the billboard. Just only down to a minute left. Oh boy, I just really have to go hurry up and quick. Just have to go full accelerated overdrive. Almost there, and make it like 30 seconds. Just have to make it on time and do one last jump. But there we go. That's 63,000 points to go at it with 544 points. Okay, so that's 2 times for having a requirement of follow-up catch-up, and very yet to be exactly for sure. Good run, and stunt Caboom complete. One for the Coupe de Billy Cadillac is all done, and first rerun on Caboom is already now and done. Very good for the encore on Caboom, folks. Just made it on time to have myself in the platinum in rank 1021st place in about 21 hours left until the next rerun of the Team Summon will be available and open on Wednesday. So I hope you guys like it, because every Team Summon comes in to have 5 street race events, 1 touring car, 2 skills on land-based escape, and 1 water-based for Salam. And plus, the Marcos Cap edition of the Proto Hub 1 is now being perfectly to be served as a force vehicle to go by a platinum reward as a double payday earning, along with some different kinds of vanity to go by collection. But if so, for those who don't get this one for free to be participate by the original Caboom, the rerun is now going to be available by having a best participation on Greenlight since June 5th by the start of Wednesday, and almost at the end of the day by Tuesday. So folks, Caboom is now being once again and done by moving on until by June 12th through the 19th is Japan Bits by coming up. Bronze for the Fame Pack and 150,000 followers, plus silver in the full spectrum smoke, gold for the Japan Bits tire on the Epic, and platinum for the Nitro Chemist boosted for motocross disciplines. And plus, just have 2 vehicle restriction on the Nissan 370C Nismo and Kawasaki C1000 ABS Motorbike Edition, along with motocross, touring car as a combo event, drip, and street race discipline by no restriction only, along with 3 skills will go down by aerobatics, Salam, and escape. After Japan Bits, Hashiriya is on a date schedule on June 19th through the 26th to get the Mazda RX-7 Sakura Edition in the Turbo Aspiration type, along with a prismatic pink underglow, pink storm smoke, and 200,000 followers. And then the Crew 2 anniversary will get the 2nd anniversary underglow, will be on the platinum, along with a Ford GT 2005 and exterior parts for the Audi RS7 Sports Pack, what you might need to get these kinds of different parts, and 1 million followers. Alright folks, time to wrap this up, and finishing up at the end of the video before moving on to have some best 2 events will go down on WIP sessions on 2 stunt events. But I hope it does, because best time to go encore and different scene of perfection to go action on the scene from Motorflix the agency. So thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeepNet Art, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. And don't forget to check it out, all of my screenshot images on UDRS in Sportec, Vision Total Drama, and DreamArt Libre Style Dispenser presented by myself, Hyperion-Blue-GT, as you may ever welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.